Hi everyone, this is Beth with Flying by the Seed of My Plants, and today is Monday, I believe March 12th, and just looked at the temperature outside. I think it said 34 degrees, and went and checked on my greenhouse. I have a lot of peppers out there, and it's a very cloudy day. In fact, it's snowing right now, and the heater's working good. It's 57 degrees in the greenhouse. So that made me really happy. So I'll give you a couple updates. I went ahead and planted my eggplant. I finally got that done. And I also started some flowers. And these flowers are mainly going to be for me and maybe some friends and relatives, depending on how many germinate and how they do. But I did a bunch of salvia. What else did I do? And now, also I ordered onion sets from Dixondale Farms. I don't know if you have ever ordered from them, but I did get these. They delivered, so it was in the mailbox, and a friend of mine actually texted me that he got his, so made me go out to my mailbox and get it because I didn't want him to freeze. But anyhow, I took them out of the rubber band, and right now they're just sitting until I can get them into my raised beds out back. And it looks like the weather is going to be warming up in the next couple of days, so I'll probably be doing that then because onions are frost hardy. So excited about that. And I haven't started my violas yet. I'm trying to figure out how to do this because the violas probably won't last the whole season, of course. They're more of a spring flower. But in the shaded area, I have had them last a little bit longer, and they did beautiful. So I just got to figure out how I want to do those, whether I want to put them all in a big round pot, like a hanging basket pot. So anyhow, I haven't done those yet, but I wanted to show you I am working on uppotting my snapdragons. And this is my first year doing snapdragons, and this one is the orange wonder, and you can see how the seeds, I just put a whole bunch together. So now I want to separate them, and this is a perfect size to do that. And it's my first year, so I have been checking out other YouTube people, and she actually showed how to uppot them at this stage. And she is called You Can't Eat the Grass, so I was really appreciative that she did that video. So I am now doing mine. And I think she's located in Canada. So I'm going to go ahead and change this camera around so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so hopefully you can see this pretty good. But here is the ones where the seeds are very, very, very tiny. So I just kind of spread those in there, and there's quite a few just in that one little bunch. So I just have a regular plate, and I got my knife, just to kind of loosen that plug up. And I'm actually just going to spill it out on this plate. And at this stage, they're not really entangled with each other, but I'm going to loosen these up. And here I went ahead and prepared the soil, and this is a meat thermometer that I had. So I went ahead and filled these all with potting mix, and then putting holes in the middle of each cell, and that's where I'm going to drop in my snapdragons. And they're just so tiny. So, oops, there's the first one, and you can see the root, and I'm going to drop it in the hole. Just push it down in there. and then push the soil down around it. And there's that one. Now going to the next one, dropping it down in the hole. And putting the soil packed around it then, you know, just loosely. And there's this one, let's see, with the root, and dropping it in the hole. And then putting the soil around it. And it's really easy, easier than I thought. I'm so glad she shared that. Because more than likely, since it's my first time growing these from seed, I probably would have waited a little longer. And the way she showed this, it's much better to do it this way because they're so tiny. And again, I pre-moistened the soil. And then in these trays, I will bottom water. So hopefully you can see that. I'm going to move this closer just to be sure. I can't really tell. So I went ahead and did some more holes. Dropping that in the hole. Just press it in. I find large pieces of sticks or whatever, because this is my Happy Frog potting mix. You know, I do remove those. And there's the root. Drop it in the hole. Kind of hang on to those two little leaves up here. And then kind of pack that dirt around it. And also another thing with the snapdragons, I guess when they get a few more leaves, you can prune them. And they suggest, you know, if you're doing a lot of them, when you prune it, I guess you add, it'll take 2 weeks longer for you to get flowers. So some suggest that you only do half of them if you have quite a few. Doing another one. And I use the that meat thermometer that I had to make the hole. And if I need it a little bit bigger just to drop it in, you know, I'm just using my finger. But in that little clump, there's a lot of snapdragons. But definitely pre-moisten the soil. It makes it a lot easier. And these are the Orange Wonder. And I started these on February 27th. So this is probably about almost 2 weeks ago. Just a little over 2 weeks ago. So perfect time to separate them and let them grow in their own cell. And just by starting these on my own, I'm definitely saving a lot of money. So it's moving pretty good. Moving right along. And with everything I'm starting, I'm definitely going to have to put up that portable greenhouse. I'll probably do that probably after I start my tomatoes, so probably another couple weeks. Because even that greenhouse is starting, it's going to get full. And for all this extra stuff I'm growing, and if I have enough of these, I'll be putting these in the plant cell. And also another thing about the plant cell, besides checking out different local places, one person mentioned our fairgrounds. They have, I don't know if it's a flea market, but probably on the weekends. I don't know if you guys have the app Nextdoor. And also on Facebook, our neighborhood has a group. So I went ahead and, mentioned on there, I'll be having a plant sale. And I will be advertising also on Nextdoor, which is also like another neighborhood app. And so these are doing pretty good. So hopefully that helped you guys on how to up-pot your snapdragons. And by the looks of what I got here, I'll probably have like a lot of trays. I'll probably have like 4 or 5 trays actually when I'm done. So I'll probably have these enough to actually put in my plant cell, because I also have a half a tray in the back yet, and I also started another one just in a regular with vermiculite. I'm going to bring that out just see what it looks like. Okay, here's the one where I put some soil and then I put vermiculite on top. And then after a while, I was second guessing myself. These I did on February, I think it was February 28th. Yeah, these were done on February 28th. So I had quite a bit of vermiculite on there, and then I started second guessing myself, and I removed quite a bit of it. And when I did that, I know I pulled some seeds off, and that actually was starting to germinate. So I just went ahead and sprinkled more seed, snapdragon seed on there. And so I got a few popping up. And now I'm just waiting for the other ones. And I do put it with the dome on top. And this is like a cake pan that I got from our local drug mart. And it keeps the moisture in there. And actually, I might be able to just transplant those directly outside, depending on how long those take to germinate. But this seemed to work the best as far as to using the cells And, you know, I was following different advice on some of the YouTube channels, and they were saying you don't cover the seeds. Well, these are the ones that I did lightly cover, and I got a lot of germination. And here's something else I want to show you, which is interesting, because this is called the Orange Wonder. Let's make sure Orange Wonder. Well, anyhow, it's Orange Wonder, and you can actually see the very center. I don't know if you could see that, but it's orange. And somebody was mentioning that too, that you can actually tell the colors when they start coming up. That one's an Apple Blossom. It's got a little, looks like a little orange, but a lighter orange tint to it in the very center. Then I did a variety. So it looks like I got some white, and it looks like that might be some red in there in the very center. Oh, and here's a black one. Let me see if we could tell. I can't tell on that. And I even have my glasses on. But we'll see pretty soon. But black sounded so cool. So anyhow, there's the black. And I'm going to continue on and getting all these up potted. So it seems it is fairly easy to do it this way, and they're young enough. So if you did start your Snapdragons and they're at the stage, you can just, you know, take a whole clump out, put them on this plate, and just loosen them from the soil. You know, make the holes in the soil and drop them in, and it's really easy. So, all right, just wanted to share that with you guys, and have a wonderful day. All right, catch you on the next one. Bye.